welcome to DXB today, where we are celebrating International Women's Day, and we have got an all-female episode in store for you. So let's find out what's coming up.
I present to you my newly acquired skateboarding skills at the coolest skate park near Kite Beach in Jumeirah.
That looks like so much fun. Plus, R&B artist Vonne is joining us for a special performance to close the night. Ladies, first of all, happy International Women's Day.
And to you, Ash.
What are the chances three of us would get paired up to do this show? I mean,
who approved this show, guys? Who said that this was okay?
We are not to be blamed for anything that's going to be said on this show tonight. I'm very excited to know your take on a few things, because three of us come from such different backgrounds, three different ethnicities almost. I want to start off by asking you, Dina, as a woman, if you could change something in the world today from your personal experience, what would that be?
I think there's still a pretty big gap when it comes to pay, a gender gap with pay. So I think a bit more equality for women and also for mothers, everyone out there. I think I had a really difficult time re-entering the workforce as a mother. And although I have to say, women here are genuinely empowered and given a lot of prioritized as mothers and so forth. I find that internationally, it's the same stories from everyone, with women and mothers struggling with a bit of discrimination when it comes to applying for the same jobs as women and getting different salaries. I think on average it's about a 16% difference between men and women for the same role internationally. So that's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
Definitely.
What about you, Amy?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sure our producer is going, oh no. But I'm not a big fan of International Women's Day, and I'll tell you why, first of all. I think sometimes the mission behind International Women's Day gets diluted a little bit behind flowers and pink logos. When I think every day is International Women's Day, and I think that we really need to be fighting for our seat at the table when it comes to things like equal pay, females in the healthcare industry, you know, being able to have that kind of same effort that, you know, has been seen and dominated by men for years. So I think every day is International Women's Day. I don't think specifically we need to be fighting for this one day.
I agree with you, Amy. I think it's a little bit overrated. I don't really particularly see the point of it, but I like the message that we're trying to put out there. Me personally, are you ready for mine, girls?
Yes.
For it, Ash.
A lot of gender bias when it comes to particularly looking for a job. You spoke a little bit about the pay gap. My experience is a little bit different. Certain questions that you would only ask a woman versus asking a man. For example, when I tell people that I'm a mom, I have a child, the first thing that they ask you is, oh, so do you think you'll be able to commit to this job? Will you be able to do these hours? They would never ask a man this question. He could have 7 kids at home, and it's not typically a question you would ask a man. Another very interesting question that somebody asked me just a few years ago was, we just worried how long you can stay on this job, because what if you get married and, you know, you're not able to stick around, you decide to be a homemaker? I'm like, first of all, been married. Second of all, this is not the 90s. Women don't just quit their jobs because they have a husband. So some of these questions really get a little bit under my skin.
Yeah, I agree with you. Lots of discussions, heated discussions.
So we have so many amazing women who are coming on the show to tell us a little bit more about their experiences and, of course, really push the message of female empowerment. So let's find out who our female co-host today is.
I'm Maha Gorton, head of the Women's Pavilion at Expo City, and I'm so excited to be joining you on the show today.
Maha will join us in a little bit, but first, you know what? I went down to XPark by Itisalat and had a ball. It was so much fun. A whole new vibe, a whole new scene. There was parkour, wall climbing, and skateboarding. And guess what? I kind of gave it a go. Check this out. We are in the heart of Kite Beach, in the largest multifaceted facility in the UAE, also known as Dubai. This is a skate park, there's a parkour area, there are climbing walls, there's even a graffiti area. This place is undeniably awesome. The question is, am I too old to fit in with the cool kids? Oh, we are about to find out. Okay, Yusuf, I have driven past here a million times. I only ever knew a skate park existed. I didn't know there was all of this. So what are we looking at right now?
So actually you're looking at the parkour park right now where I teach. I'm a coach of parkour.
And you do lessons here? Do you rent out equipment? Is it a workout? What's it all about?
We do have a program where we teach basics. So we have a rich program where we can guide kids, adults to learn parkour.
And what are some of the benefits of parkour? Because I've never been quite sure of it as a sport.
Yeah. Parkour is really, I don't know how to describe it, but for me, it's a way of life.
Okay, I'm here with Bilal, who's an instructor at the skate park. Now, Bilal, I just saw you giving a lesson, and this place is awesome. Why do you think it's so popular?
It's really popular because the way it's built is very professional and the ground is really soft. And the big ball, always the pros when they come here, they always talk about how it's built. The coping is made out of marble. Since 5 years, it didn't even melt.
So I've had this dream of becoming a skateboarder. Just turned 40 years old. Is it too crazy for me to start trying to learn how to skateboard at 40?
I've had a couple of lessons for the ages of 40. It's so maybe because at the age of 40 you're more logical, so you're scared to do extreme stuff as you're a kid. You throw yourself as a kid.
Now, for people who don't have equipment, is that something that you guys offer here?
Yes, we have skateboards in all sizes for all ages, and we provide helmets, and we also have scooters.
My goal today is just to get on the skateboard comfortably.
Okay, so is it like you never tried it before? It's your first time?
Pretty much my first time.
Okay, so I'll just explain a bit some basics and then we can start applying it on the board.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, looks like I need a few more lessons, but hey, at least now I know where to come. Thanks for watching, guys, and next time you see me, I'll be a skater.
I have no doubt, Dina, at all you will be a skater. And I also recognise a few of our junior DXB Today presenters in that video.
Did the curly hair give it away? Spotted my sons?
Yes, indeed. Now it is time for us to welcome our next guest to the show. Now, our next guest is a thought leader fostering inclusivity and empowerment through the celebration of women's achievements in the region. Please welcome our co-host for today, the head of the Women's Pavilion at Expo City, Maha Gautam. Thank you so much for joining us, Maha.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's jump in and talk about the Women's Pavilion. Of course, incredible achievement. So I just want to know, can you share with us the inspiration behind the Women's Pavilion and how it aligns with Expo City's commitment to gender equality and women's empowerment?
Well, of course, the Women's Pavilion, we believe that the only way to a truly peaceful, prosperous and sustainable world is through the full and complete participation of women. And so the Women's Pavilion really strives to push that mission. It's a very, very exciting time for the Women's Pavilion as we get ready for International Women's Day with a big event on Friday. And of course we have our exhibition, which is there celebrating the achievements of women, the challenges that women still face and the solutions around the world. And it really highlights Expo City Dubai's commitment to gender equality and women's empowerment.
I think it's fascinating, and I believe the theme this year is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, which I think is a very important topic. I'd like to know a little bit more about the female leaders who will be hosting a lot of panel discussions and sharing some of their insights.
We do have a very exciting program all curated under that theme, Invest in Women. And so we have the morning starting with a sound healing session to invest in yourself, as well as a musical performance from Alfredo's Orchestra. Then we'll start our series of panel discussions with some leading voices, female voices, including Her Excellency Reem Al-Hashmi, Her Excellency Sana Suhail from the Early Childhood Development Authority, Isabel Abul Hol, Amna Ajmal, to name but a few, and some leading female voices in the F&B industry. And King's College Hospital London will also be there to offer support focused on women's health and childhood development.
Did I read about sound healing as well? Because I just did a sound healing class yesterday and got very excited. And lots of workshops for kids, I take it?
There is also MasterCard doing their very exciting Girls for Tech workshop.
Now, Maha, I actually have been a part of the Women's Pavilion. I was very excited. You had an event there for breast cancer and for women. And is this something that you commonly do at the pavilion? What is the big goal that you'd like to get out there? And for people who don't know, the Women's Pavilion was the first ever at an expo. And now this is an ongoing thing that people can regularly visit, right?
It really, really is. So we do have our special days where we have our biggest celebrations, International Women's Day, Emirati Women's Day, and we have our special events for that. But we've expanded very, very recently from our ground floor exhibition, and we have this beautiful, stunning, refurbished first floor where we've expanded our offering to be able to really achieve that mission with larger event spaces, a lounge, a library, a co-working space, and a daycare. And so we've taken into consideration the multifaceted needs of women and really can work towards empowering, supporting, and uplifting women. When women thrive, humanity thrives.
But sorry, just to understand, who gets to take advantage of these spaces? Is it women who are already employed, or is it literally anyone at Expo or beyond?
Everybody. The Women's Pavilion is a place for everyone. And so being able to offer the co-working space and the daycare, it just means that we're making it that bit easier to combine productivity and parenting all under one roof.
Incredible. Actually, I want to just ask you a little bit. Actually, you mentioned there about the daycare. Obviously, we've got 3 mums here. So I just want to know, just from a perspective like with women empowerment, female empowerment, I know you've got boys and girls, you've got girls. Like, how are you, encouraging the next generation to take part and to encourage them in like female empowerment?
Well, this is a lot of our programming is not only for adults, our programming is also for children. At Expo City Dubai as a whole and at the Women's Pavilion, we have regular school workshops, and we welcome almost daily schools to our pavilions, and we have our thematic workshops, which we do. So the Women's Pavilion also has 2 workshops focused on gender equality.
Thank you so much for that, Maha. Please stick around. There's so much more we want to chat to you about. It is International Women's Day, but now it's time for a quick break. After this, we are meeting an accomplished healthcare leader, letting us in on wellness and digital health. Plus, the artist who opened for the Grammy Award, Chrisette Michael, and Italian superstar Marco Mengoni is playing us out right here in studio, so stay with us.